Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Please, before we start, we have a disclosure. Be aware of risk in the future of trading. All our videos for educational purposes only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal as long as it is at your own risk. Thank you. For the ones who just joined us, you can follow the signal. Is an automated, comes with 4 different automated to trade. As an example, we just had an entry sell on an ES, this market analyzer based on one contract, 33.24.25, target 33.20.25. This is the left corner is the swing trading, 1 minute. And then we have the scalper on the right corner. The swing trading is a total of 138 ticks based on the last entry signal on the total here. And on the scalper, we have 223 ticks into the profit based on one contract last entry signal. Not the whole day, it's the last entry signal. So the blue chart is the swing trading. And now all the scalpers are off. They're finished trading, but we will go ahead and reactivate them again. But the blue charts is the swing trading. And then we are going to cover some other auto trades. It's the new auto trade we are about to release very soon. And we will be covering this auto trade. And we are already in the trade. It's the same auto trade with different entries, and it's a huge auto trade. It's a very nice, friendly, fully automated, and we will be covering this kind of automated as well. And as you see here, we have the ES, we have the CL. The new CL, this is on a $600 a trade. We have, I guess, the Russell as well. And the Russell, there is around $400 on the Russell. So this is a very good, very straightforward, fully automated to trade. It's in the same package. And I think we have a new trade here. And we have the NASDAQ as well. It just took a trade. The NASDAQ has been a chop all morning, and we will keep our eye on it. Okay, for the ones are interested in a manual trade, this is we can examine what's going on in the market. And if we look at the ES, that gives us exactly what's going on in the market. Actually, we had a sell entry on an ES at 33.24.25. We hit the target already and exit on that trade at 33.20.25. And there is a projection at 33.21. So the market is sitting in that area here on the ES. For the traders are taking a manual trade, you do not have a long trade at whatsoever. What you have a re-entry point somewhere around 33.24. This is your re-entry point on the ES. For the NASDAQ traders, you can re-enter the NASDAQ. There is no long. There is no long on the NASDAQ. Forget it. There is no long. I mean, the auto trade is taking a long trade on the NASDAQ. This is an auto trade. But for the guys are trading manually, actually, the NASDAQ has taken, once the market hit the target, went the opposite direction. That's what's supposed to do, and it's doing the opposite direction. But if we are trading with the trend, you're not getting anywhere with the long right now. If you are thinking to take a long trade on the NASDAQ, it's too late to go take a long trade. It's already in the trade, and it is climbing to probably around $400 on that trade. Broke even, so I don't care where this trade is going. But the reality is, if you are looking at the market on the NASDAQ, It is a re-entry point at 91.59.75 re-entry short. So I know immediately that Autotrade is not gonna able to climb all the way to the 91.70. Probably we will be closing the first target, and then this is it. But that is also $500 a trade. And then on the CL, we still have one more trade on the CL, and we still have one more trade on the CL, and the ES is going already to the long trade, and it will have a little problem closing that trade because this is the re-entry point actually on an ES. So you are already have $300 on that trade. I'm not touching the auto trade, but for the guys can read the market, you can take it and secure it a little bit, and because there is a potential to, or if you want to, I don't know if you can do this on a full automated trade. Sometimes you can, sometimes you cannot, but you can also tight up the target. I don't know if they stay or they go back once the bar is closed, but I'll try that on this new auto trade if it does, and or it's gonna stay. That will be very nice. Okay, we took the first trade on the ES, and now we have 375 up in the air. We have not cover that. Let me look at the Nasdaq. On the Nasdaq, it seems like we're climbing. I don't see how. There is a short trade right here at around right here, right now. If you want to take a short trade, it is a short trade right here, right now. On a sim, we're not responsible for your trade, but this is a short trade. As exactly look, and then exactly we knew that this trade is gonna close. I knew it, you know. And the ES, okay, we took the second trade, so we are about okay. So we're not that far from closing those two, and we broke even on that, so no big deal. It's doing fine. And the CL, we still have one more trade on the CL, and we are done with that CL, you know, and this is lovely. This is lovely. So now the scalper has took a long entry. This is from the left, the right. Okay, we're lost between left and right. This is from the right market analyzer. This is the scalper. Okay, the CL, I think a close position. Let me see. Yes, the CL close position, and it did the close position. So now we still have the ES. We still have the ES. I mean, that's not bad. On this auto trade, we are. You can start at 9 o'clock. You know, and very nice and smooth. 9 o'clock. I don't want to bang my head through 8:30 or 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. You can start at 8:30, 8:30, 9 o'clock. You should be done by 11, 12 o'clock. Leave the table, and you're done. So right now we have, if we look at the market analyzer, we had one bad trade earlier, and right now on the YM is closed. Okay, let me see. YM target hit 1,230. So we still have the ES. That will be nice if it's climbing all the way there. That will be very nice. So we are closing this auto trade before 11 o'clock. with around $3,000. Leave the table, and you cannot get anything better than that. So this is very good on the on that auto trade, the symmetry. We will be hitting around 3,000 on it. For the swing trading, we are already we have $400 on that trade. The Nasdaq is going back absolutely. The Nasdaq has been a headache all morning. Nasdaq. So those are the scalpers. The white charts, they are scalpers coming from this automated trade. They are coming from this right corner, right upper corner. The gold is coming in. This is coming from the right upper corner. This is the scalper, and the Nasdaq is doing it. So as we see, it is the opposite for yesterday when the market was not moving. And at the moment on the symmetry, we are, it's all automated. This year, we are not going to be wasting time teaching. We are just going to be teaching how to auto trade and look at the market. So now we are around 2,650, and we will be heading around 3,000 on those and done. Question: if I need to trade the ES and YM and CL Nasdaq like what you are doing here, how much money I need? If you want to go on a 4 contract, you need 10,000. If you want to go on 2 contract, you need around 5,000. So for the guys have 5,000. They go on 2 contract, $500 each. For the ones has 10,000, they will have $1,000 on a contract each, and then it's done. Because also you have to think about, you're gonna have some days losing days, you know. So we cannot count to the dollar and cents. Sometimes you have to have, when you are trading the futures, you have to have extra money. It's not what it costs the ES for immersion. No, it is what you have. Like yesterday, if we noticed, it was a really clumsy day, and when the market is not moving, probably if you don't stop, you're gonna wind up in losses. So there will be you will have a losing days, and that's why it requires always to have some extra money in your account. And now we are still going on the same circle, 2650, but I will update you on this. And as the Nasdaq, okay, taking a new trade on the Nasdaq short. Let me see the short trade on this one here. I can, but maybe not too many people, I can immediately predict if that trade is gonna go like what we have done yesterday on the ES, on the last on the video, that we told you if this ES gonna break that number, we're gonna walk away with 1,000, and if it did not, we're gonna walk away with nothing. And we walked away with nothing. So as you see, now the Nasdaq has closed position, and it's closed the position, and most likely the ES is about to close position, and we will keep you updated what's going on the and this is exactly where we call the trade for you. This is exactly where we have called the trade for you, and that's why you can see immediately when you are auto trading, during those years, when you keep your eye how the market moves, you will know immediately if you have a winning trade in your hands or not, and that makes a difference absolutely. We're not asking to. We're giving up the idea to get involved with the auto trade, but at least try to guess if you are in trouble or not. This is a really very important to do that. So right now, if we want to look at the market, lately the ES has been very clumsy, the ES, and it's getting stuck in a lot of channels. Practically for the last week, it's been nothing but the trouble out of an ES, and it become a bit boring trading the ES. But we had a solution on a lower time frame, and as we told you, we have generated a new entry on that new auto trade, and we have solved that problem, and we are using a lower time frame on the ES, which I will be covering it not this Monday, the Monday after. There's not going to be a webinar on this Monday. And for a guy come in, has no experience, just turn on the auto trade, no optimization, no stop loss, no nothing. You just turn it on and off and put it on a 3 range bar, and get your daily target and leave the table nice, clean, no stress. So I will be covering that the week after on the webinar, and I will show you. We are testing the performance. The performance are superb on the CL Nasdaq. We are testing CL, Nasdaq, and ES. Those are the 4 major ones we are testing on, and also we did also another entry also on this new auto trade. Is a very friendly. You just turn it on, turn it off, and we on that one because we just changed the contract and we just started. So I just changed the CL, so we don't have a trade on the CL. We have on the older contract, but it's already nailed 1500 on the Nasdaq CL. Actually, the Nasdaq already hit the target. It was beautiful, no losing trade from the minute we started, and nailed every single one. And the ES is amazing. It's climbing, but the problem is we had a one bad trade, and we got recovered from it. So this one here also, we have made it's going to be 3 entries. For a guy don't know anything about auto trading, 3 different type of an entry in one auto trade. You can activate it, and then you just leave it as is. Get your daily target losses, and you don't need to worry about if this market moving or not. However, we cannot just be blind eye. Of course, we have advanced traders. We have some traders, they only want to auto trade, but for the advanced traders, they can get much more enjoyment out of the real entries, and of course, they will have a better performance. If they look at the chart, they're gonna enjoy trading. In the same time, they can practically predict if the trade is in trouble or not. They're gonna be able to predict it immediately. And for the ones cannot see that, that's fine. Then we made around 3 different entries on this auto trade, friendly use, and it goes around, and we'll see. So we have right now a short trade on the CL, on the automated, and whoever followed me on this Nasdaq, you need to exit at 91.48 if you want to, or if you are on a 2 contract. Whoever took that trade, we advise you to do. you can take one of the trades out in here, and you can take your second trade at 91.3850. And if you are on a 3 contract, you can be on the 91.27, the last. For the Russell trader, you're not going to get anything below the 17.05. So start considering taking your trades out. On the fully automated, let's examine the CL. And on the CL, we are coming to a major support area. So that trade is going to be a bit of trouble trade. Let me show you why it's going to be. What I'm doing, I'm showing the auto trade, and I'm showing you where it's going to be problems, so you will not say it's the auto trade. We need to be a little bit more educated. If the auto trade fell on one of those trades, there we go. We close this position on the first trade. The problem is we are coming to in a major area. Now, this is the first area. We are going to have a problem on the CL. The second area we will be having a problem is 58.64. And the second trade is 58.61. I'm not touching the auto trade, but I'm trying to show you how we are aware of a problem before it happened, and how you can secure yourself, or if you want to, for those advanced traders, you can take the needle and lock $300 a trade or $400 a trade, and then to be not looking at it. A second ago, we know there is a support area. And if you cannot, one thing, before you do anything in this business, and it is not about my zone, but if you don't have the zone, you're lost, So I need to know where is the price level. If you don't know where is the price level, you're shooting up in the air and with a blindfolded. You have no clue where is this market. If you don't want to trade manual, that's very fine. And that's why we kept the zone in a separate package, because I don't see anyone, even if you are auto trading, you're not going to use the zone. How are you going to know if your auto trade going to make it or break it on that trade? This is information. How you going to pass it out, I have no idea. And I will not touch, I personally will not touch anything in the market if I cannot know where is my limitation. As an example, when we called that trade for you on the NASDAQ a few minutes ago, if I don't have the zone, I would not make that $300 on that trade based on one contract. I would have been blind, relying on MACDs and some kind of out-of-date indicators, but and I know my level where I need to exit. Okay, so this is for a manual trade, which that's fine. A lot of people, they're not interested in a manual trade. That's fair enough. But if we wanted to trade a CL, I want to know, by being a little bit more careful what's going on. You say, okay, I have $400 or $500. I'm coming now to this line. I keep my eye on it. You don't have to do anything. We don't have to have a light bulb over our head telling us we are a brilliant trader. But I can see there is a support in there. So we say, okay, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem at 58.63. So now I'm going to keep my eye on that auto trade to see if this market going to able to break it. As we see from the CL here, I'm watching that CL, and I'm watching this auto trade. And one thing, this is what the nice things about it, that what, I already cashed in one trade, and I still have $480 here on the table, and I have 58.64. There is a problem with 58.64. All what it takes, push that button here, and you walk away with a 600, 400. There is a $500 a trade here, and you already cashed one trade. That's $700. I'm done for today. It's over. Party is over. Elvis left the building. So you close it and you leave. You don't stay behind the computer, especially on Friday. You don't want any trade to ruin your weekend. And you say, if I close that position when I had $500 in my hand, and we all have experienced that. So there we go. We are on the CL, and we are facing that number here, exactly 58.64. Should I cash in on a 500, and I already nailed $200 on that trade? So here's the $1 million question. It's up to you. It's up to you. So two traders are using the same auto trade and they have the same entry. Does not mean both can walk away with the same amount of money, because one guy is gonna cash in. He say, you know what, I'm out of here. The other guy, he said, no, I'm staying on Friday all day long. So could be one guy leave right now and with $700 in his pocket, and then the other guy say, I'm going to stay all day long. Maybe in the afternoon he's going to earn another $3,000, or he's going to go south $3,000. So it's not as also to start all of us in the same time. It is also when you say enough is enough for today. So if we have Mike and Tom trading in the same time at 9 o'clock, like what I'm doing here, one so $800 closed and left, and the other one stayed, there is a good potential for that market to turn around immediately, and you're gonna see you still have $400 left on the table here, and immediately it's gonna vaporize, vapor, melt like an ice cream right in front of your eye. Let's look at the ES trade and see. And this little thing is going the opposite direction, and it's still in the same story, going long. Okay, fair enough, long. Okay, so we cannot do anything about that. So we're gonna monitor this CL to see. Okay, we crossed this step. The next step is going to be that line, 58.57. And our trade is on 58.57. Let's see if it's gonna beautiful. So now we got broke the last one, and this is the last one in the puzzle. The support area is 58.50, and the last one we have it at 58.31. And my other system telling me 58.36. So we take it 58.36 if you want to, or you can leave it where the auto trade is gonna tell you. Another things also, that trade, how much it made, you calculate that trade. The entry was from 58.81, and you nailed over 100 take. Do you really think that market that is gonna keep giving you money? No, sir. No, sir. You just catch the trend. You catch the spike for today. And once you are done with that, there is nothing left, and I'm not missing anything on this one here. So right now we still have one trade, and absolutely I bet the ES is still on the same spot. And the most aggravate me when a trade stay on the same level for a long time. The longer that auto trade staying on those level, the odds are going against you. So I've been on the same trade now for half an hour, and it's not going anywhere. I have a $300 here in my pocket. Should I cash in and wait? Because the auto trade, if this market gonna move, the auto trade is gonna go ahead and jump on a new trade. I don't know the next trade if it's gonna be short or long, but should I cash in, or should I stay in, or should I break even? So It is up to you what you make a decision. But, I hate to see money left on the table. Maybe, what, break even. This one here is going to go back if you don't keep your eye on it, okay? Because it's fully automated. Let's look at the CL. And now the CL is finished. So we did very well on the CL. And we still have one trade left. And we will see. It can go either direction. And what happened, because we got greedy with the 5 ticks more, and this is what we paid the price for. So it is unacceptable, and there is nothing we can do about that. It's an acceptable trade. And if it's going to go down, it's going to go down. But at least you walk away on the weekend a happy client. Anyway, let's look at the ES one more time. We are about to close position. Let's look at the ES chart to evaluate where we are on the ES. Oh boy, if we look at the ES, guys, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is 6. There is 6 resistance level, and they're all strong resistance level. You see that? And you know what? You already cashed in one trade, and you have 3 trades left. Do you really think this ES gonna go and break every? No, it's finished. I'm not gonna be touching the auto trades, because a lot of people say they don't like to touch an auto trade. But I'm showing you, it is a very fine line between, say, close position, a close position, or just leave it alone. And there is a very high risk for that ES to break all those levels. I have $400 in my hand, and for those amateur traders, because they refuse to just click one button, they are too good to close position, to click one button. They prefer to see this $400 vibers out, just disappeared. I personally prefer to take the $400, not to gamble on the $1,000 trade on this one, on the ES, especially the ES. Now with the CL, we took 3 trades. We still have 1. I can gamble on the last one, on the last trade. It's fine. It's fair enough. I can tolerate that. On this ES, the odd, this ES about to break those numbers are 2 out of 10. It's 2 out of 10 to break every level here. And if it broke it, you're going to have $1,000 trade. And if it's not, you're going to have around $600-700 a trade right now. So little small things can make your life a bit. Let's look at the scalpers from this market analyzer here. Also on the scalper, if you want it, you can increase your luck a little bit to the double. ES, look, it's sinking the ES, you see. If we want to magnify, this is a smaller time frame. This is a total different auto trade. As you see, the ES is struggling on the on this one here is the NASDAQ. This is also automated trade from the signal. It's not like this one here, full automated. But as we see, it is. This is the scalper coming from that market analyzer. Also automated. Everything is automated. And there is nothing here anymore. So, as we see, the ES is staying on the $400 range. We are still on the $400 range. And the CL decided to go down. This is very good. So as we said, like what we said in the earlier video, that we are about to be done with around 3,000 on this one. So we got whacked with the last trade on the Nasdaq. We lost a trade on the Nasdaq, and we went into the red on the Nasdaq, and we had one earlier bad trade on the ES. You have to see the bad trades and the good trades, but we are around 2,850 in total. Here is the secret. If you are on a tight budget, I can take one CL, one ES, one YM, and one Nasdaq. Why? I prefer to take one Nasdaq instead of having two ES, or if you are on a very small budget. The reason is, if today we have one contract on the Nasdaq and the Nasdaq is not doing well, yesterday it was doing very well. Today the market is not doing well, good on the Nasdaq, we're gonna have some losses. But then the CL is doing well, the YM is doing well, and the ES is like a wishy-washy between red and green. But you still can come out with the plus when you are hedging the futures and don't put all your eggs in one basket. In other words, if you are on a smaller budget, don't go two ES, two lots. Don't go two Nasdaq and two ES and two YM. Go one ES, one YM, one CL, and one Nasdaq. And if one of them got hit today, when you are hedging the future, and it is one of the most, it is very important when you have some minus lack of experience and knowledge. It is more advantage to those people to spread out their lots and trying to hedge the futures and not over trading and not over merge themselves, because also things can go the opposite direction. Like yesterday the market was not moving. If you noticed on the YM, the target moved itself, increased the target automatically. Can you see how the target increase or decrease, and the auto trade increase and decrease by themselves? So right now we are about to close on this a new symmetry automated trade. We are about to close around the $3,000, started at 9 o'clock. Let's look at the ES. You see what I told you guys? Look at the ES. We're still going in the circle. Nothing has happened. And let me show you again on the ES. It was because of those lines here. That's why the market rejected. And now, God knows, flip the coin, can go up this way or down that way. Now it is an unknown territory which direction is going to go to. You know, a trader don't have a crystal ball all the time. He can predict a little bit, but he cannot predict everything in one time. So with this chop on the ES, it can go either direction. It can have a breakout, and then it's gonna be stopped at 33.27, or if it cannot cross this area here, it probably is going to go back down to the 33.24. So there is two. If we look at this ES right now, this is the area where you cannot trade an ES, and you cannot auto trade an ES in that area here because there is no direction. It is a just lost case, and it is a habit sometimes in the futures that you see the market is gets stuck in a channel, and you cannot, between projection and resistance, the market got stuck in channel. Nothing you can do. And now it's going to drive the amateur traders crazy. And this is a heavy losses because they cannot see it is prohibited area to trade. So that's why I told you, I don't know anyone, whether you are auto trading or manual trading, can trade without the zone, the fibs. And it has to be good fibs, not from the flea market fibs, So if we look on the swing automated, this is for the Russell, is going to be 1705. And this is like what I told you before, is going to be final destination on the Russell. There is nothing we can do. On the ES, we are on the same territory, and we are on the CL. We are still on the same territory, and the Nasdaq decide to go short. One thing, when you see like today a troubled market in the Nasdaq, and you see it's taking a chunk out of your profit, the Nasdaq, and we are about to get $3,000, and that Nasdaq I don't like today the way it moves. Stop the Nasdaq and stay on the ES CL, because we were just about to hit the 3,000, and here Mr. 007 here, James Bond, Mr. Nasdaq, come in and whack a short trade. You can also say pose those trades, not when you are in a trade, because I have a guy thought you can do that when you are in a trade. You can pose. You see, it says pose, so will not take any trade when you see if the market is giving you trouble today, like the Nasdaq today is giving us trouble. Monday could be the Russell is giving us trouble. Tuesday it could be the CL is giving us trouble. ES always giving us trouble. ES never get bored giving us make sure our life is miserable constantly. So I'm not too crazy about that trade with the Nasdaq, and I hope it's not going to have an impact on my close it, So because it has been a really headache all day long on the Nasdaq, and it's been a struggling market on the Nasdaq back and forth. So I prefer to close the Nasdaq, walk away with the $3,000, then let this Nasdaq take a trade and walk away with 4,000, because if this Nasdaq is not going to my direction, I'm not walking away with 3,000, I'm walking away with 2,000. So now it broke even, so I'm more relaxed about it. I don't need it anymore. I care less about it. Now I need my main concern now on the ES to see what we are going with the ES, and as you see, exactly what I have told you. We had $400 in our hand, and that trader refused to close position, and exactly what I said, you're gonna see your $400 melted, vibrate, and this is exactly what happened here. Now you are down on a $200 from originally $400, and we have predicted perfectly how it is going with the trades, because we said is going to be a problem, and it did, and it sank in. And look at this, guys, it came in exactly where I told you is going to drop to. I'm not expecting the traders to know everything, But there we go. The market dropped and now is trying to climb again. Let's go back and the CL. We still also struggling with the CL. We still on the same level. I get bored with those kind of trade. I prefer to close them. And Mr. Nasdaq here. I'll be very surprised if this Nasdaq gonna do any good today. As you see today, we got really hit with the Nasdaq. It was a struggling market on the Nasdaq, and that's why we are in the red. As you see, there is a red 395. You need to see the winning and the losing, not just the winning. And if this Nasdaq right now gonna close my position, I'm gonna put this Nasdaq on hold. I don't want to deal with this Nasdaq today. The Nasdaq has been giving me a hard time all day long. I know what's going on, and it's been giving me. And you know, when the market is not performing on one auto trade, it's not gonna perform on anything else, even on a manual trade. So I'm gonna leave it alone. If this market going back and a break even a plus couple takes, I'm happy with it, and I wanted to put it on hold. And if the market kept going, that's very fine. But this is the way I wanted the trader, not to get emotionally involved with the trade, but I would like for the trader to evaluate his situation when he is in the market and try to understand what's going on. So, now we got 500 on this one here. We have the ES. It's about to close. Let's look at the CL. Okay, decided to go down. Okay, so the main concern now, the Nasdaq. I want to show you what you can do if the position is closed. That's very fine. Let's examine the Nasdaq and see where are we on the Nasdaq. There we go, folks. Look at this. Every time you see double support, double resistance, the market is not going to go through. If you see here, you have a double support area, and watch this Nasdaq close position. And I'm going to let it be. I'm not going to interfere with it. I'm not going to touch it. But this is a double support area. We will be very lucky if we can close the first trade in here, because this market have a heavy support area at 91.4875 and 91.5075. So if this Nasdaq going back, I'll show you how we can avoid this problem. And I don't want it to ruin my Nasdaq, ruin my portfolio or my daily profit for today when the market is struggling. I wanted to put it on hold. It's enough. I am in red with the Nasdaq. If I can cover the red, that will be great. We're about to cover with the red. That's very good. And we look at this, how it came into the 56.25. Let's look to Mr. ES here. As always, fallen asleep. And the CL, either direction I'm happy with. Either direction I'm happy with. I'm done trading. Done for today. Either direction I'm happy with. Finally, ES close position. CL, we are about to and Nasdaq. So we had a bad trade on the ES, so we are even. That's fine. We closed the Nasdaq. Look what you can do, guys. I don't want to deal with the Nasdaq anymore. Pause it for now. Pause it. So now I don't want it. I was in a red with the Nasdaq, and we got hit couple 3 times today on the Nasdaq. I don't want to deal with it anymore. Close it. Done. We were in the red. We recovered plus 210. That's very fine. We still have one trade on the CL. I don't care which direction is going. And we broke even on the ES. And I don't like where this one is going. But I can close it. We are already crossed the 3,000. We crossed the 3,000. I can close it. Or I can take one more trade and it is over. So it is a very simple, and you're done for today. Again, you are done for today. And this is it. Nothing we can do. So we have here, we still on that trade with the Russell. And as we see from the market analyzer, that there is a lot of chop and there is a lot of red even on the scalpers. And today is a typical Friday, and most of the professional traders, they come early on Friday to trade, or they come in late around 1:30 when all those guys leave, and then they come in and start. Because on a Friday is only going one direction most of the time. I cannot say every time, but normally on Friday after 1:30 Eastern time, and all those amateur traders left, the market find one direction, and it is very enjoyable to trade on Friday. Even auto trading is the best time actually on a Friday afternoon, because it's like you put the auto trade on a cruise. There is not too many bang in the market left and right, and a smooth ride is always, especially in the scalping, it is beautiful. And of course, we have added on that auto trade the scalping. You have too many options at swing trading, scalping, normal trading. And at the moment on this ES trade, we still flat. Nothing going on. We're still flat on that trade. And we will see how it's going to end. But we already covered the $3,000 on that. I will be taking 5 minutes, and we'll be right back. Thank you. Those the white charts are from the scalpers from the right upper corner, and this is you can use full automated ATM, but I prefer the ATM personally. I prefer the ATM. I don't know, but you can use whatever you like. I like it because I can extend the target, and the system extend the target by itself if the market is trending. Can extend the target by itself, and you see how the market extend by itself right there. And we use the scalper on the right upper corner. We use a 15-second chart, and it is very powerful. Why? Because when the market is not moving, you can pick up $100 trade, 50, 75, and keep trading. So this one here, it is like, you know, whatever you can get out of it, you can. And if you see, we have the zones in there. Like if this market is coming back up again, I have $100 trade here. I'll try to go ahead and close it, and then this one here, a break even. You can sit down and pick up a trade all day long on this one here. You don't have to use your motion on it. You let the auto trade take that trade, and you can decide, 40, 50, 100 on those, and actually it's enjoyable. You sit down all day long and trying to figure out, whatever we can grab out of it. So we can swing trade the left market analyzer, the left upper corner. It is belong to this blue charts, and the white charts is like this one here is belong to this market analyzer. And then if you wanted to just full automate it, you can use full automated trade. In 2020, it's not going to be better than 2019. Like right now, the market is a bit slow. We can turn around immediately, even on the new auto trade, and scalp the market. We still can scalp the market when the market not moving. And when the market is trending, like when you come at around 9:30, when the market is open, the market trend, you can use the swing trading. Or if you are in a different country and you wanted to trade in a different odd hours, and you can do that. So there is no way you can take one auto trade and take the market out, So you have to have a collection of auto trades, friendly use, not sit down the rest of your life trying to optimize. And at the same time, when you see like right now, this market, there is not much going on. You know what? We can turn into scalper, and we can pick up 100, 120, sometimes 50. Depends on this market, how much is moving. I cannot. And then you can decide to close it if you want to interfere with it, or you can leave it alone. If there is a new signal, it's going to close position, open a new position. You can do that. And if you want to leave it left alone, you can leave it alone. You don't have to touch it. But the main thing is to look at the chart to see what's going on. If we look at the big picture right now on the ES, now we have a very clean picture. Look at this. And that's why I said, guys, forget all the indicators. Indicators are indicators that just follow the market. When the market goes down, tells you going down. But fib, you know, and the fibs at least tell us where we are. Good fibs. Not from the flea market fibs. If we look at the ES, it's a very clean picture. And this is 1 minute. It's not a Renko bar. This is 1 minute. It's giving you very clean picture. Where is this ES today? I cannot predict where the ES is going to be on Monday. I can predict on the longer term where this ES is going. If I wanted to, own the ES overnight, I can open a bigger chart and I can do the analysis to see where this ES is going to be next month or something. But on a day-to-day basis, you can see where the ES is 33.2250. This is the support area for that ES. Look at this chart, guys. Then we have this projection in between. And then we have a resistance in this area here is 33.27 and 33.26. Okay? So if we look at this chart from yesterday until today, we have a very clean picture where this ES having a problem and where it's been landing. If we now, after we look what happened from yesterday to today, I don't want you to go back 30 days on all this nonsense. Just for last 48 hours, it is a very clean picture how you need to trade the ES. Very clean picture. You cannot go wrong with it. Even on a manual trading, now it is a clean picture for me. Every time the ES hit that area here, you're going to go long. Every time the ES hit that area, is going to go short. And you can sit down, you take one trade, now we have a very clean picture. Sorry guys, my gin is not. I'm always having a problem with this one here. Just a second. I have a different software, but I like to use a gin for a lot of stuff. If we open that chart, now we know what's going on this ES, and it is, whether you are auto trading or manual trading, we know this is a long area. We know here is a short area. We know here is a long area. We know here is a short area, long area, short area, long area. It's very clean where that ES is going to be. And it is very clean where is this ES, what number that ES having a problem. We know now this area here is a support area, plus minus few ticks, and we know here is a resistance area, plus minus. So a few ticks here and there, but if we look at the even if you cannot read it, we have the symmetry plotting the number for you. Then we have another signal telling you long. Here there is a says short. Here's your symmetry saying short. Here your reversal, those are not a repaint reversal. When the market got out of this area, says reverse, 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 symmetry, confirming, reverse. Here's your symmetry again. Here's your symmetry again. Here. Here is two signals, says long, long. Short. It says short in there. I don't know if you can read it. It says short. When it comes into the fib, it says short. Then it says long. Look at it. It says long in here. This is a long signal. This is a long signal. This is a short signal. This is a short signal. And this is a reversal signal. And this is a long trade right there. It says long with an arrow. It's text, say long. So it's not hard once you get familiar with the system, with the market, and that's why I said it is very important to take those trades, and they are very simple actually. So I'll leave it alone the way it is. Now we know what's going on with the ES for the last 48 hours. And now we want to auto trade. That's very fine. So when our auto trade taking a short trade, we know this trade is not going to make it. So it might gonna go couple ticks further down, couple ticks. I don't want to bang my head, plus minus few ticks here and there. We need to look at this market in a bigger picture. But I know that auto trade on that entry is not going to make money. And speaking of the devil, there we go. Why? Because we've been covering it for the last 10 minutes, folks. This ES is going to drive you banana going in here. This is a long trade. Close position, open position in this area here. Close position, long and short in that area. So, the reason the guys want to auto trade because they cannot trade. That's fine, fair enough. But also, don't need a brilliant trader to see. If you call yourself somebody trader, the difference between an amateur trader and somebody has been around, not a baby trader for a couple of years. An amateur trader, he sees rubbish here. He sees lines. It doesn't make sense. But when you bring an experienced trader, he's gonna say, "Wow, I missed a lot of trades today," because this is telling you exactly what's going on with the ES. If we go further back, you know, if I said in this video, everything I say is recorded on that video. I said lately this ES this week has been horrible. Look at this ES, horrible ES. One straight line. Finally, we got some small movement here and there, and there is nothing to cry over, really, you know. So we know that short. So if we have an auto trade, doesn't matter where you got that auto trade, and your auto trade took a short Next week I'm gonna do like what I have done. I'm not gonna do it all of it, but I'm gonna do like what we have done on the scalper from that market analyzer. It's been we have released that version, I think around 6 months ago, somewhere around there, 4 or 5 months ago, and of course every member got it. And my experience in this, and this one here, you can use fully automated or you can use an ATM. I prefer ATM. Anyway, I like to be in charge with my trade. I don't want to be at the mercy of an auto trade. I want to be in charge with the trade. I want to be in control. I want the auto trade to take the trade, and I want to manage it. I'm still, I still have a little brain left after 2 teenagers being in the market for a very long time. There is still a little bit left up there, and I like to use it. I don't want to be brainless the rest of my life. And it's a very good exercise when you are trading and we use our head, because you start picking up stuff in this life just by flying by you understand what you're doing. So in our experience this last 5 months, you have some traders, because it is not with your full package, and now I sound like I'm trying to do sell. I'm not. The ones because it's not in the zone, you get 3 months free, but you don't get the zones permanently with it. Then you go under subscription for $300 a year on the zone. For the ones has added the zone on that auto trade, has picked up all day long 100, 140, 200, and very simple, very easy. The auto trade is taking a trade. As we see here, this Nasdaq is struggling on that fib line. Does anybody have a doubt this Nasdaq is struggling? Okay, thank you. This Nasdaq is struggling on 9141. Does anyone have a doubt? Look at this. It came in 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and there is nothing in there to force this market down. Maybe after 5 minutes, the Nasdaq is going to give me 200 ticks. Okay? But we're talking right now, I have a problem with that Nasdaq. So what should I do with that Nasdaq? You can cash in here with $140. This time this Nasdaq did increase. Look, it does increase itself. But, okay, we broke this line. After 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, we broke that line. And now the Nasdaq, the auto trade has increased the target. Look at this. Those trailing stops are still based on the fib. They are fib line. And they're going to move, depends on the fib line. Now, where is the fib? It's 9141. I will take the second one and put it with the second one here. If there is another fib, look, it increased more, okay? Look at this. It increased more. So if this market going further down, I can take it down, those trailing stop, and secure $400 or $500 out of scalping automated trade by just using a couple lines. And this auto trade, if he thinks this market, as you see here, the market is trending, is going to extend the target. If the market is not trending, it's going to exit like what it did now, right now. So those fib lines, the ones are using the fib, no indicator. We don't need an ATR and MACD and a banana indicator. We don't need all that. We need the level. We need to split this market in pieces. As we look at Nasdaq, ES, down, anything. If we look at this market here, when the market broke Look at this. When the market came in here, had a problem at 91.4850. Then the market got back up again, tried again. The sellers push it, broke that line, and the market dropped in here. Look what happened. On the pullback, the market came into the right intake to the 91.48. Once, we don't want you to do drawing the lines on the fibs, because everyone draw it differently. I don't want you to draw lines and spend the rest of your life trying to figure out how to draw lines on the fibs. Until now, they cannot even agree on how to draw the line. All of them. Any guy come in on a YouTube trying to be smart with the fibs, he gets hammered because somebody thinks you should take it from somewhere else. Fine, fair enough. It's a good cause. But those lines, you don't need to draw them. They're there for you, and they are constantly updating your system. I don't need an indicator or an expensive indicator to split this NASDAQ in pieces and understand what's going on. Now, if this market is going further down, I have a double support area here at 91.26, 91.23, 100%. If it's not 100%, 80%. This NASDAQ, once it hit this area, is going to turn around and go up again. This is a key for maximize your profit, bail out of a trade when you are in trouble, or if you wanted to go ahead and reverse the market, you can reverse the market. First, you increase stock. First, you can increase your target. Second thing, we know where is our limitation when we are taking a trade. And we know when the trade is taking a trade, we understand where, if this auto trade is gonna make it or break it. Here's an example. We finally, after half an hour, we closed one trade, barely closed one trade, and then are we out of the wood with that trade? No. Absolutely is going to stop at 33.17 again, which yours is at 33.1875. So you probably able to take one more trade out. The third one is 33.1750. It is right in line with the fibs. Because this market, if going for, there is a sellers, as you see, when it starts blinking, there is a sellers. And when the market is coming to the 33.1750, this ES, if you are on an ES trade, you need to close this trade, whether you are manual trading or automated trading. I'm not counting on the guys auto trade, but at least for those guys are manual trading or they are advanced trader, I know immediately I still have a chance to lock profit on the 33.1875, and maybe I will be able to. Okay, and then it is 33.1750 is going to be 50-50 between closing a trade or not. So absolutely this trade. You know, guys, I'm going to sit down the whole year this year. I'm going to bore you to death, but I need to get out of that. Today, my auto trade did not make money. Why did your auto trade did not make money on the NASDAQ today? Why on Monday we didn't make money on the Russell, but we made money on the other ones? Today we didn't make money on the NASDAQ. We barely broke even plus 210. You saw that. We need to understand it's not the auto trade It is your knowledge knowing what's going on in the market. So I don't want you to just close your eye on auto trade, and I don't want you to use your emotion to take a trade. But at least we need to be educated why that trade is not going and why those 3 contracts are not closed yet. It's not the auto trade fault. It is come into this support area. We have talked about it. And when we are coming to the second support area, it's going to be a problem again. I'm trying very hard to show you the power of the fibs. If you want to get somewhere, whether you are auto trading or you are manual trading, we need to understand where is our limitation. Take a Russell. There is nothing holding in this Russell at the moment, and if we are taking that trade, if you see how many lines in this Russell on the scalping automated to trade the swing on the scalping signal, we can see immediately that trade, it is gonna go most likely on a smooth ride, and we will have a problem in that area. So nothing holding that trade between the entry and the target. But later on, if the trade is in those area here, you're gonna have a lot of this area, prohibited area to be trading, whether you are auto trading or you are a manual trading. This area is prohibited. You're not allowed to trade in this area. Right now, if you are not in a trade and you're trying to get a trade on the ES, no matter what you do, if this ES want to go somewhere, it's going to go from 33.20 to 33.18 and going to fire right back up to your face. You're not going to get anything out of it. So I can see that I have $525 on that auto trade. It is an option. That's what I'm trying to get you. It's an option to leave it on the table or close position and say, I'm out of here. It is very important, guys. Even when we said that, we try to, when we used to have a everyday trader room, I had some guys saying, but Sam, I'm busy. Okay, well, if you are busy to click a button, maybe you are in the wrong business, I don't know. But this market here, if this market goes back, you're gonna disappear $500-600. They are on the table. I mean, if you are too busy to click a button and cash in on $600, then you have a problem, not the auto trade have a problem. So what I'm saying is we can have this automated trade, take in the trade, and when you see something is nice and when you see problem in the market, cash in. That's all what I'm asking you. There is a button on the top. You say cash in, and then you cash in, and that's it. You cannot do anything more. Maybe on that trade you have $600-700, and we cashed in one trade, so you are up to $800-900 on that trade. Maybe the next trade is not gonna work for you. It's gonna whack you $500, and you let this $500 disappear. So, I mean, I don't see any. Look at this. Now we are coming again. I'm showing you step by step how the market is working. Okay, thank you. And the market is very slowly. Look, that's exactly what we have said. Look at this. Now it's very slowly. We are about to close that trade, but I'm not sure about the last trade. 33.1750 is going to close. And now we have sellers in here is telling me we're going to get out of that trade. But on that trade here, I'm not sure we are able to exit that trade. I'm not sure. If we notice here, when there's a blink in the chart, this means there is a sellers trying to push this market down, which is going to go down. It's going to close the 33.1875. Or if we want to, we can take this needle all the way down here and I have a pleasant Friday for today. We don't want to mess. There we go. It's fighting to the tick, guys. It's fighting to the ticks. Look at this. So that's why we said there is a chance to cash in on this one here. I'm not sure to cash in on the further and have nothing to do with your auto trade. It's the market movement. And there we go. As you notice here, I don't like double top, double bottom. I don't like that. But if you notice how where I put my trailing stop, in a way, is a double top. Okay, but instead having my $500 smokes away and disappear, at least I will nail $500 out of that trade. It don't seem like it's going to break, and this is exactly what we have said half an hour ago. Thank you very much. The trade is done, and I know now why that trade is closed, and is something to do with the auto trade. No, the ES fell. If we look a little bit under magnify here, we can see that's what we have said half an hour. If we want to look at the ES, here's your reversal signal, and it hit the target and is over. Nothing can be done. We're taking 5 minutes of break. We'll be right back. Thank you. This is what the B scalper market order. We have added on the I7, and then we have modified it. And I'm using only the Nasdaq CL, and I did not activate the new contract CL because today is a Friday. I will on Monday. But this is what I'm using. Nasdaq is done a long time ago, and this is the, and you can combine the symmetry trade with the B scalper, both of them, taking a trade in the same time. And also this one is hitting 3,000. It's a matter of seconds hitting 3,000. So this is also, we made sure, does not require any optimization. Just turn on, turn off, and it is a market order, not a limit. You can use a limited order, but we have upgraded to the market order as well. You can use it both of direction. I want to say thank you very much for today. And Monday, it will not be webinar on Monday. It will be the webinar to our members on the Monday after. I want to say thank you very much for today and wish you really, really pleasant weekend. God bless you all. Bye for now.